I think rhythm has always been a part of my life. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would hand me 2 spoons and I would just play with the spoons and I would just keep hitting it. That is that moment where I could recollect my earliest form of what art is about. Rhythm is everywhere, I believe. At the traffic light, when the lights are blinking, you are typing on your keyboard. The conversations that we are having right now, it has its own emotions. That is something that I want to explore, and hopefully it can be opening up new possibilities of what dance can portray. For the past few months, I've been thinking about reliving Decipher, and I think that's how a particular work can actually go about with new possibilities. Decipher came about 3 years ago, where both Sherry and we came across this particular Indian music. We don't know how to look at it, but somehow we felt that drive and that passion to analyze and interpret it through movements. When I choreograph a new piece of work, I usually start off with mind mapping, and it usually starts off with a keyword. Decipher. Okay, this is my keyword, and then from this I can generate other ideas. And these kind of ideas, it can interlink shapes. For example, what kind of emotions that I can derive from? Maybe something chaotic or frustration, zigzag. It can either be confusion or it can be undecisive. This is usually how I process my work, in the studio. As I go through different types of dance forms, I face constant judgment from my peers or from my friends. Because I think as I explore different dance forms like ballet, contemporary or bharatanatyam, there are certain conventions that I have to follow, which I think my friends, they do not understand. And they always question, why am I wearing tights? Why am I wearing jingles on my feet? Because there's a lot of religious context that can arise from that. Initially, it's very tough because I even question myself. I don't know whether if this is the right thing, because I come from my own culture. Understanding a different dance form, it comes with its own culture itself. So I even question, should I go through that process of learning and accepting and appreciating other cultures and getting the backlash from, the people around me? I was upset. I was angry at myself. If dance brings me to this journey where there's a lot of questions, then I don't want it. But as time goes by, I think I begin to realize that I want to be more at peace with myself, because I want to stay true to my art form, stay true to my conviction of what art is. But I think at the end of the day, it's more about accepting and more about experiencing different types of moving, or just appreciating that culture that comes with the dance form itself. When I look at dance, I like to think of it like a fabric, where each thread is like the essence of that dance form itself. I usually like to expose the single thread and then expand on it and then see how it can channel into choreography. But I think the common thread that binds all of these dance forms together, it's the soul of the dance, where we dance to engage, we dance to inspire, we dance to question. Okay, you think about to reach that common thread. As dancers, we need to be open to new possibilities. View dance not just as a label, we need to see it as we are investing our physical self and also the idea that comes with it. And once we present it to the audience will definitely resonate with the idea as well. Dance is like a temporary drawing. That moment when you stop dancing, that's when it disappears. Dance is never the same every time. So I would like to revisit or discover the different ways of feeling every time and make different connections with different audience. And then the audience feels something. To me, that is a satisfaction for me as a dancer. That is my goal. So that's why I still want to continue dancing.